guys, welcome back to another Your Week with Jon W, the show that shits it and gets it, not gets it and shits it. Speaking of shit in the bed, this week the U.S. got to vote for who they think should be in the House and the Senate. And we used to be able to figure this out within a matter of a couple of days. Now it takes us a better part of a week or two, and there's a whole bunch of runoffs and stuff. So super fun. Go big government. In important news today, Dave Bautista just came out and said that he is willing, able, and ready to be the main character of the new Gears of War for Netflix. Honestly, with him being in the latest Gears as a skin and his passion for the project, I think it's a no-brainer. It's going to be good. Get him in there, Netflix. Don't shit the bed like you did for so many other properties. Please and thank you. On a sad note, Kevin Conroy, the voice of quite possibly the greatest Batman that this generation or any has ever seen, passed this week. Just so you know, well done, and peace be with you as you go through, man. Dave Chappell hosted SNL, and upon hearing that, some of the writers from Saturday Night Live were trying to boycott and said that they were going to quit the show. So that means that two good reasons this week why that show was funny as shit. All right, Jon Wick 4 trailer just dropped this week. Super excited. This is where Ted goes and meets with Swearingen and Morpheus to determine how to fight the mini-bosses, which are Scorpion and Ip Man, all while being overviewed by the Kurgan from Highlander, so he can finally beat the big bad, who is in fact it. I'm pumped. Let's make this bread. Woo! The Bird and the Bull. There was a bird too weak to fly south for the winter, was cold and shivering, and a bull walked over it, took a big crap. Well, the bird, immediately covered in shit, was very upset. But then the bird realized that it was warm, and there was corn in the feces. So it began to eat, and as it ate, it got its strength up, and as its strength got up, it began to sing, because it was happy, it was warm, it was well fed, and upon hearing this, the barn cat came over and heard it, cleaned the pile off, saw the bird and ate it. Moral of the story is, not everybody that shits on you is your enemy. Not everybody gets you out of shit's your friend. And if you're warm and your belly's full, maybe you should just, keep your mouth shut. So going into, big government winning this week, why are we so bad at counting votes? This shit used to be a lot faster when I was a kid. Now we have all of these electronic votes. We have people voting early. But it always seems like the world's shittiest game of, hey, look, we have a winner. It's another incumbent. Probably, I think 82 or 86% likelihood of an incumbent. Pretty excited that, I think it was Pennsylvania, that the dude was dead, but he had well over, I think it's like 86, 89%, which seems to be a prevailing percentage, so maybe those aren't to be trusted. But he won, and he died in like August, so I don't know why there wasn't somebody saying, hey, the person that you could possibly be voting for is dead. You may want to vote for someone else, or at least write somebody in. But that's, a myriad of lots of issues. And after coming off of 6 years of hangover from, whether or not we've had Russian or Chinese collusion, I'm just ready to take a deep breath and once again check the box for, damn it, why are you guys so bad at a job that you do once every couple of years? Tonight's special guest is none other than Mr. Jonathan Sparks. Not only does he share the correct spelling of his name like I do, he has just launched his new single, Everything Fades. We're going to talk to him about it and other things, his entrepreneurship as a lawyer, being a father, and his time management skills. Let's get to it.
So it doesn't behoove the news who's like, hey, we have a spot with Charmin in 15 seconds. What do you want to say? War in Iraq. More in just a minute. Charmin's
Yeah.
there when your butthole hurts. Like,
No, you're right. That's kind of, aside from the Star Trek ideal, I haven't seen a governmental structure work, fundamentally well, aside from capitalism. And I fucking love capitalism. But the dark side of capitalism is just that. We are taught as a necessity to want, to desire, to be upset, to be anxious, to be fearful, to, we we give marketing people these buttons. They create them for us, and we give them to them, you know, sacrificially, like lambs. And they push those fucking buttons, and they make us work for that dopamine hit, you know. And it's gross, but we still have the privilege and opportunity to get out of that rat race. You know, you just have to make a decision courageously. You got to say, you know what, I don't know if I'm going to die. I don't know if I'm going to regret this. I don't know if my mother's going to hate me and, you know, disown me for this, but I'm doing it anyway.
Fantastic interview, Jonathan. Thank you so much for being on here. Hope to get you on again. And again, guys, if you haven't checked out his song, Everything Fades, we'll have the links below for his music, as well as everything else that you can find out about him online. Thanks again, Jonathan. Really appreciate it. So a lot of the good stuff is figuring out what to do and how to do something and how you can push into your goals, things of this nature. But sometimes you just have to take a deep breath and reflect on what you have accomplished. And, you know, what have you personally been able to do? What have you been able to influence that has brought wealth and joy to yourself and others? And, you know, take a moment to say, hey, I did that. I did a good job, and appreciate it. You know, don't gloat over it. Don't make it such a big deal about, well, I remember this one time I did this. Just take it as a positive point in your life, appreciate it for what it is, and move forward. Another exciting week, guys. Thank you so much for being a part of it. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe. If you don't like it, leave a comment. If you do like it, leave a couple comments. Love to hear back from you all how to make this a better part of the rest of your week. Thanks again for joining, and we'll see you next time.